Yo, yo, my check, my check, my check. Well, I'm not hearing anything. Yo, sound like it's real low. Yo, yo. I'm not sure if y'all can hear me or not because I'm looking and listening to my other computer. It sounds like it's kind of low. Let me try something because it sounds real low on my end. Yo, okay, I can hear it now. Hey, what's up, Fire Goddess? Can you hear me? Okay, so you can't hear me. Cool, cool, cool. I don't know. YouTube ain't sending notification out for some reason. So I'm gonna say we get a few more people to trickle up in here um, before I start. Because I don't know why YouTube just shadowed this channel for some reason. I don't know why, but um, I got the notification to my email that I'm live, but that doesn't mean that y'all getting the notification. So I don't know why my notifications aren't going out to y'all. They did out. Well, it look like the numbers slowly going up, so I'm guessing the notification went out late or something. Okay, the numbers keep going up, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that. Tracy said she called bullshit. I ain't even said nothing about the story yet. I ain't even said nothing about the story yet. Other than that, though, I guess y'all eventually come on in and see what's going on. So let's go and get this story started because I got to make this real quick. I got to go take us some business in a minute. So as always, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Chris Thorne Show. What's going on, everybody? It's your man, Chris Thorne. As always, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you're watching my content. As always, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Ladies and gentlemen, I got an interesting story I want to bring to your attention. And I ran into this by accident. Somebody on Instagram, I saw it on, they had posted on Instagram, and I said, whoa, this is kind of interesting. So I went and took a look at the story myself, and I said, this story is very interesting, very interesting. So to get you to the meat and potatoes of what's going on, the young lady, what's going on, Rockstar? The young lady you see, well, on my left, maybe on your left as well, depending on how you look at it. Her name is LYNIAH Bell. And the guy who you see beside her is her boyfriend, the guy with the tears in his eyes. The young man name is Lafayette Hodges. Now, what's going on here? Now, the story goes that he was playing with a gun around her, and he thought the gun was unloaded. And what you're going to hear is he pointed the gun to his head, and he claimed nothing happened. But when he pointed the gun to her head, then boom, something happened. Now, hey, no, you were. Hey, babe, how you doing? Y'all make sure I hit that thumbs up for your boy. Appreciate it. And you also going to hear this man has a somewhat of a lengthy history of violence. So once y'all hear this story, that's why I put it in the title. I want you to tell me, once you hear this story, is it an honest accident or is this story straight bullshit? Let's get right to the story and let y'all hear what's going on. And again, y'all coming in, hit that thumbs up. And I don't know why YouTube's not sharing out my notification. YouTube got to the point now they don't share my notification at all on either channel. And I don't know why, but, we're going to keep on pushing. So let's listen to the story, people. And again, you decide what you're going to hear.
Answers for the family of a college honors student. Her boyfriend is accused of killing her. He says he didn't think the gun was loaded. But as CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey reports, the victim's family told her they don't believe his story.
Lafayette Hodges originally told police that he was play fighting with his girlfriend when he fatally shot her. He said it was an accident and he didn't know the gun was loaded. But the victim's family says they don't believe that story, and they say his violent history should be taken into account.
You had 6.5 hours to come up with a story, recruit a witness, get rid of a gun.
LYNIAH Bell's family says the story presented in court today is too bizarre to be true. 18-year-old Lafayette Hodges cried through his mugshot photos the same way he cried through today's bond hearing, as prosecutors explained that Hodges was found with his girlfriend and a friend in the bedroom of his Chatham home Friday night. He told police he didn't think the gun was loaded when he pointed it at his friend and pulled the trigger. Nothing happened, and he did the same thing to his own head, and again, nothing happened. So he pointed the gun at his girlfriend's head, but when he pulled the trigger that time, it fired in her face. Her last words to him,
she said that he
sitting in court crying, I would have cried too.
Oh, no,
Okay.
no, don't do that. Go back. He said what?
hurt her.
Him sitting in court crying.
Fired in her face. Her last words to him.
And she said that he loved her too much to hurt her.
Him sitting in court crying, I would have cried too. Okay? He should have had tears coming out his eyes. He should have, because he took an innocent life.
Hodges was charged with involuntary manslaughter and will have to pay $5,000 to bond out. Bell's family
It's sickening.
says that's not enough. Cook County court records obtained by the CBS 2 investigators show that at the time of the shooting, Hodges was on bond for punching and biting a pair of police officers during an arrest in April. He also has a juvenile history of weapons charges, including attempted armed robbery. Bell's family points to his public Facebook page, which shows photos of him holding a gun. Taking all of this into account, they think his punishment should be more severe.
First-degree murder. They need to look at his history, and they really need to take all this into account.
Now, even if Hodges comes up with the money, he will not be released on bond because he has another hearing tomorrow for his previous aggravated battery case. He'll be back in court on this case on January 17th. At 26th in California, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 investigators.
Mm-hmm. So I ask you, the people who's listening and the people who are going to be listening later on, accident or bullshit? From what you just heard, what up, First Lady? For what you just heard, accident, was it an honest accident or bullshit? And I don't know how far behind y'all are. I know looking at my computer, I'm a little far behind on my other computer, but some of y'all get pretty much what I say right on point. So you know, for those of you who are listening right now, and I guess the people who will be watching later on, watching the replay, accident or bullshit? My man London Lincoln a bit. What's going on, brother? Everybody saying it's bullshit. Well, I'm going to say to y'all is that I 100% agree. Let me tell you something. The key words that's sticking out to me is fight, fighting, and arguing. Something like they said, the fight, play, fight, and I'm gonna play it again. I want to say argument, something they said in there. That's what's sticking out to me. When you play fight, it is very unusual that you bring a gun into a play fight. Okay? When we play fight, it's wrestling, stuff like that, or playing with certain words that we say. But bringing a gun into it, play fighting, that what got me. Okay? You don't bring no gun in no play fight and play with a gun. Amen? Now, I don't believe for 1 second that he put the gun to his head. I don't believe it for 1 second. Because I just find it very strange. If the gun was unloaded, so he thought it was, it should have had the same outcome when he pointed the gun at her head. Okay? So I don't believe for one bit that this man pointed the gun at his head. If he pointed that gun at his head, period. And his play fight shit, I don't think they were playing. I think it was an honest fight. Something happened. He was getting at his girlfriend about something. Dude lost control and got the gun, and bang, he shot the chick. All right? So I don't believe for one bit that this man thought this gun was unloaded. Not one bit at all. And let's just say that he did when he got the gun. Common sense would have told you, check the gun for anything, even for a bullet in the chamber. before you did what you did. So to me, yes, I agree with everybody. This story is complete bullshit. I don't believe this dude not one bit. Y'all remember there was a video that went viral either last year or the year before last that it was two dudes in the car and a chick. They was on camera. I think it was a Facebook video. Y'all remember this because I did a show on it. And the dude in the back seat was looking suspect. And the girl took the gun and pointed at the dude right there in front of his face, and the gun went off. And the chick and the other dude in the back took off running. How many of y'all remember that video? They was playing with a gun, and the chick turned around, pointed the gun straight towards that dude, and the gun went off. I did a show about that. What up, Chaz? Exactly. You know, how many of y'all remember that video? It went viral, and they was talking about it was an accident, and she claimed she didn't know that the gun was loaded. No, I believe that was premeditated as well, because the dude in the back seat in that video just looked too suspect to me. And everybody was pointing that out, that he gave off a certain signal, and the girl pointed the gun at him and shot him. And I believe the dude ended up dying. All right. Now, let's go on a little bit further. We heard that they was trying to warn her of him because of his lengthy violent history. Now, we talk about this a lot, at least on my stream. When people try to tell you stuff like that, a lot of people think that you're trying to control their life, and that's not the case, period. Anybody should be concerned about anybody who got a lengthy violent history, even for men with women. Anybody should be concerned. I mean, like I said, I don't give a damn how fine somebody is. If they have a lengthy record, then that's just something that you need to be concerned about. Amen. I mean, it ain't about nobody controlling your life. I mean, you're gonna make your own choice regardless of who you're gonna fuck or who you're not gonna fuck with. But if somebody got a lengthy violent history, then that's something that you need to look into seriously. You know, because what's more concerned? You being by yourself, or being lonely, or you being in a relationship where you feel like every day your life is going to be jeopardized? Which one would you should be more concerned about? I think you should be more concerned about being in a relationship with somebody with a violent history and looking over your shoulder, think your life gonna be jeopardized every day. I think that what you should be more concerned about. See, you could be lonely in a day. You can find somebody in a day. That's what you really look for, somebody to be with, because there's plenty of fish in the sea. So they say. All right. But what is about somebody that you can look past a lengthy criminal history and still be with them? Now, am I saying people can't change? I'm not saying that at all. People can change. People can hit that one big hump in the road and say, you know what, I'm fucking up. I need to get my life together. People can change, but they only get changed when they choose to change. All right, excuse me. People only change when they choose to change. All right. So you got a lot of factors that you got to look at right here when it comes to this story. You know, so I believe it's something more. It's something more sinister. And they're playing shit. Throw that out the window. I think this was something more serious. It was something more serious. And for the fact that the family tried to warn her, that you know what I'm saying, raised my antennas up even more. All right. So here's what it says as far as the news article goes. It says 18-year-old, and that's nothing. This puppy love that people call it. This young teen puppy love. Okay. A lot of young teens don't know how to keep their emotions in check. You know, I mean, jealousy is high in young teens for some reason. Trust me, because I had it when I was a teen. Jealousy is really high in young teens, you know, and it makes them go nuts for some reason. But it never made me go nuts to the point that I want to harm somebody. Not in this manner, you know. So I get it, but still, it's always a better way to handle shit. But it says this: 18-year-old man has been ordered held without bail after prosecutors say he shot and killed his girlfriend, 19-year-old LYNIAH Bell, while play fighting with a gun he thought was unloaded Friday night. Now, this happened on, this story was posted on December the 30th. Excuse me. So he claimed they were play fighting with a gun. And see, even again, like I said, if you play fighting, why the gun is there? Period. If you play fighting, there's no reason that gun should have been in there. Period. But anyway, he was play fight with a gun that he thought was unloaded Friday night in East Chatham. I guess that's how you say that town or whatnot. As CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey reported, Lafayette Hodges, this dude's name is Lafayette. Wow, that's an interesting name. Lafayette Hodges is charged with 1 count of involuntary manslaughter. He cried through his mugshot photos and through his bond hearing on Monday. A judge set Hodges bail on a charge of $50,000 on Monday, but ordered him held without bail for violating the terms of his earlier bond. And see, he was already in trouble because he violated terms of earlier bond. So he was already in trouble. You know, he was fucking up all kind of ways, up, down, left, right. He was already fucking up. Okay, prosecutor said Bell and Hodges had been dating for 9 months before the shooting. 9 months. Hodges' defense attorney said he was not a flight risk and had requested he be released on electronic monitoring. All right. And it says right here in the tweet, prosecutors say 19-year-old LYNIAH Bell killed in Russian roulette style shooting. Her boyfriend, Lafayette Hodges, said he thought the gun was unloaded when he pointed the gun at her head. Now, they're not saying what kind of gun it was, but if Russian roulette, if I understand how it works, it's really a revolver. You take the thing out, you spin it, and you put it back in there, and you click and see what happens. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's Russian roulette. Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. Then it goes on to say, according to court records, Hodges also was arrested in April, charged with aggravated battery of a police officer and resisting arrest. Cook County court records say he punched and bit 2 officers. He punched and bit 2 officers. He was released after posting bail, but had been arrested at least twice before the shooting on drug charges. Hodges also has a juvenile history of weapons charges, including attempted armed robberies. Prosecutors said Hodges was out on a $2,000 bail in the aggravated battery case at the time of the shooting. Police have said Hodges turned himself in early Saturday, about 6 hours after she was shot. He turned himself in 6 hours after the girl been shot. So when you heard the family member say you had 6 hours to come up with any story, he's absolutely right. Because if you were actually concerned and that shit went on, you would have called the police instantly. You waited 6 hours after this happened to call the police. Yes, I believe he's trying to get his story together. He waited 6 hours after Bell was shot and killed at his home near 81st Street and Maryland Avenue. And they go, LYNIAH, pretty lady. Officers was called to the scene around 10 p.m. Friday after a witness reported hearing a gunshot while Bell was in the bedroom. Cook County prosecutors said Hodges told police he was play fighting. And it is a revolver. It just said it right here. With a revolver he thought was unloaded. When he pointed at himself and another friend, and Bell pulled the trigger. According to the prosecutor, Hodges told detective the friend had brought the gun to his house. Y'all hear how this story is getting crazy. So the friend brought the gun to the house. Why would his friend bring a gun to the house? Why would the friend bring a gun to the house? For what purpose? What up, Tanya? Why would he bring a gun? The friend would bring the gun to the house. For what reason? Sound like to me something was being plotted. How y'all feel about this? Sound like to me something was being plotted. But listen how it goes. According to the prosecutor, Hodges told detectives that the friend had brought the gun to his house and emptied the bullets on the bed before he started playing with it. emptied the bullets onto the bed before he started playing with it. He also claimed Bell told him he loved her too much to hurt her when he pointed the gun at her. Young man, if you love this woman so much that you say you would not hurt her, then you would have never pointed the gun at her, period. Amen? If you love her so much, so you claimed, you would have never pointed that gun at her, period, because nobody play with guns. And you 18 years old, and you know that. Nobody play with guns, what if it's empty or not. You a grown-ass man, a young grown-ass man, and you knew this, man. But I'm still concerned about why this friend brought a gun to the house for what? Who the hell wakes up and say, you know, today I feel like playing Russian roulette? Who wakes up and does that? Unless you high on something. I mean, seriously, anybody they right mind, who the fuck would sit up and get up one morning and say, I want to play Russian roulette? Seriously? And motherfuckers supposed to believe you after that? I wouldn't even believe you. And your friend is a dumbass who brought the gun. You know what? Before going further in this story, I believe you told the friend to bring that gun. I believe something happened with your girl. You believe she was fucking off. You got insecure because how beautiful she is. You believe she was fucking off. You probably was trying to control her. You probably was trying to tell her who she could be friends with, who she can't be friends with. You probably was monitoring her phone calls. You probably was monitoring everywhere that she went. This girl probably couldn't get a break. How many of y'all think that probably happened? This girl probably couldn't get a break. You was breathing down her neck. She couldn't do shit. You monitor her phone calls. You monitor everybody who she talked to. You watched her closely and all this shit. And she probably couldn't get a break. But now, to be fair, to give you a little bit credit, maybe she did do something for you to lose trust in her. That's a possibility too. But damn though, even with that though, I say to everybody, if the shit getting that fucked up, that you gotta breathe down somebody's neck like that 24/7, that's toxic shit. You need to leave. Amen? You need to leave. That's what I'm believing. There was some jealousy going on here. You probably thought this girl was fucking around, and who knows, maybe it's a possibility that she probably was. But it sounds like one of them situations, if I can't have you, nobody can. And you told your friend to bring the gun to the house. Did I say something wrong? I mean, if I say something wrong, now y'all tell me. Now I'm starting to believe this was going on. This was a case of jealousy, control, possessive, and it was planned out. I really do believe that's what's going on here. The story so far that I'm reading is a crock of shit. This is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. And for 9 months, y'all dated on for 9 months. Whew. Damn. Anyway, let me continue. Now, y'all let me know if I said something wrong. Now, y'all let me know if y'all feel the same way that I feel. It's something more going on with this story that we don't know right now. But anyway, according to prosecutors, Hodges told detective the friend had brought the gun to his house and emptied the bullets onto the bed before he started playing with it. He also claimed Bell told him he loved her too much. Wait a minute, hold on. Bell also claimed Bell told him he loved her too much. Maybe that's a typo. I don't know. He loved her too much to hurt her when he pointed the gun at her. That sounds like some shit that you say for the last words before you do your dirty deed. All right? Anyway, Hodges told the police nothing happened when he pulled the trigger while pointing the gun at himself and the friend, but it went off in her face. when he pointed it at Bell and pulled the trigger, according to prosecutors. Bell was shot in the head and pronounced dead at the scene. The gun has not been recovered. Oh, and the gun has not been recovered as well. Yeah, this story is bullshit. And it sounds like more bullshit as I go further. The gun has not been recovered. Prosecutors say Hodges fled to see. Need I say more? Need I say more? He fled the scene. Hmm. Prosecutors said Hodges fled the scene after the shooting and called his mother, telling her he'd accidentally shot Bell. She told him to turn himself in, and he later surrendered to the police at the Harrison District Station on the west side. And it says right here, victim's family questioned the entire story, and so do I. They don't believe Bell's death was an accident. Neither do I. Bell graduated from North Lawndale College Prep, Collins Campus, 1313 South Sacramento Drive last school year. The charter high school said he was home from Michigan State University during winter break. Bell's family does not believe Hodges' story about play fighting. Neither do I. You had 6.5 hours. Let's highlight that. 6.5 hours to come up with a story, recruit a witness, get rid of a gun, Sam Brown, LYNIAH Bell cousin, said outside the courtroom. Him sitting in court crying, I would have cried too, okay, said Joseph Wright, also Bell cousin. He should have had tears coming out his eyes. He should have, because he took an innocent life. Bell's family also think Hodges' violent history, let me highlight that, his violent history should be taken into account. They point to his public Facebook page, which show photos of him holding a gun. Yep, somebody called it in the chat room. He a thug. He taking pictures on Facebook holding guns. He a thug. What up, 901 Gamer? What up with your brother? So they say he on Facebook holding guns. Hey, Gypsy Star, what's going on, sweetie? Beverly Palmer, what's going on, love? How you doing? How you doing? So yes, he has pictures on Facebook where he holding guns. Taking all of this into account, they think his punishment should be more severe. First-degree murder, Brown said. His charge may change. I got a feeling his charge is going to change. They need to look at his history. They really need to take all of this into account. Right at it. Hodges has another hearing on Tuesday for the previous aggravated battery case. His next hearing in the involuntary manslaughter case is Friday, January the 17th. Ladies and gentlemen, you just heard the story of LYNIAH Bell. 19 years old, college student, just graduated. And I will play the news clip for you again in just a minute. A young lady graduated college, beautiful young lady, was stuck in a place with her boyfriend and a friend of the boyfriend's who brought a gun to the house. And it was a revolver. Allegedly, the friend and him emptied the bullets on the bed. And this fool right here chose to play Russian roulette with his girlfriend. And the story is they was play fighting. He pointed the gun at himself. He pointed the gun at his friend. Nothing happened, but just so happened you point the gun at the girlfriend and boom, something happens. So again, I ask you, even the people who may be in the bushes, is this an honest accident or this story straight up bullshit? On that note, for those of you who missed it, I will play the news clip for you again. Here we go. Wait a minute. Fire Goddess, what the hell is your wrench at? I thought I seen you. What the hell? Okay. Maybe I need to refresh it. Let me refresh. God damn, that drank good.
America's Sergeant Brad has the night off. A search for answers for the family of a college honors student. Her boyfriend is accused of killing her. He says, as CBS 2 investigator Megan Hickey reports, the victim's family told her they don't believe his story.
Lafayette Hodges originally told police that he was play fighting with his girlfriend when he fatally shot her. He said it was an accident and he didn't know the gun was loaded. But the victim's family says they don't believe that story, and they say his violent history should be taken into account.
You had 6.5 hours to come up with a story, recruit a witness, get rid of a gun.
LYNIAH Bell's family says the story presented in court today is too bizarre to be true. 18-year-old Lafayette Hodges cried through his mugshot photos the same way he cried through today's bond hearing, as prosecutors explained that Hodges was playing around with his girlfriend and a friend in the bedroom of his Chatham home Friday night. He told police he didn't think the gun was loaded when he pointed it at his friend and pulled the trigger. Nothing happened, and he did the same thing to his own head, and again, nothing happened. So he pointed the gun at his girlfriend's head, but when he pulled the trigger that time, it fired in her face. Her last words to him,
She said that he loved her too much to hurt her.
Him sitting in court crying, I would have cried too. Okay? He should have had tears coming out his eyes. He should have, because he took an innocent life.
Hodges was charged with involuntary manslaughter and will have to pay $5,000 to bond out. Bell's family
It's sickening.
says that's not enough. Cook County court records obtained by the CBS 2 investigators show that at the time of the shooting, Hodges was on bond for punching and biting a pair of police officers during an arrest in April. He also has a juvenile history of weapons charges, including attempted armed robbery. Bell's family points to his public Facebook page, which shows photos of him holding a gun. Taking all of this into account, they think his punishment should be more severe.
First-degree murder.
They need to look at his history, and they really need to take all this into account.
Now, even if Hodges comes up with the money, he will not be released on bond because he has another hearing tomorrow for his previous aggravated battery case. He'll be back in court on this case on January 17th. At 26th in California, Megan Hickey, CBS 2 investigator.
Yeah. What's that old saying that our elders say to us? Young, dumb, and full of what?
Good evening. I'm Erica Sargent. Brad has the night off.
What they say, young, dumb, and full of what? Which I don't think the last part got anything to do with this story, but you know, they say we young, dumb, and we full of, you know what, you know, which I can't believe I'm trying to hold back on that word, but yeah, I get the gist of what I'm saying. And again, that's what's going on here. You know, young man, you know, making poor decisions already, which a lot of us have. We made a lot of poor decisions, but a lot of us were smart enough to know pretty much what decisions not to attempt to make. But a lot of times we did attempt to make it, and thank God that we made it out that attempt that we tried to do shit, ass whooping. We got it and we never done it again, or we did try to do it again. We try to find out a better way to do it where we won't get in trouble or we won't get caught. But again, in this era that we're living in now, we don't have the same parents or grandparents that we had back in the 80s and 90s. We have the internet and social media that's teaching our young generation. That's where we fucking up at, because nobody's monitoring what a lot of these teenagers, what these children are doing now. But even with that though, this grown ass 18-year-old man knew, he was grown up to know the mistakes that he was making, especially, which I'm surprised he survived that cop thing, because usually from stories I've done in the past, you do something like that they claim he did to the cops. I'm surprised he didn't get shot. Amen. I'm surprised he didn't get shot and his ass ain't wind up dead. You punched the officer and you bit the officer and your ass still living. I'm very shocked by that. But I'm also glad that he's not dead. But I'm very shocked by that he's not at least got shot behind that. Versus other people who'd have lost their life fucking with cops. The story I did recently a while back, the guy came charging at the police with a knife, or I forget what his name is. Well, people was mad at the cop for shooting him, but this man coming at the cop with a knife, and got popped. And just like somebody came in the chat room, shit, if he came at me like that, shit, I would have popped his ass too. I think anybody would pop anybody. If you strap and somebody coming at you with a knife or try to do bodily harm to you, it's all about life and death at that point. That's what it's all about, Either you gonna get me or I'm gonna get you. All right. And just so happened, the guy who came in the car with the knife, he got gat, That's just all it is to it. So I don't know why the people got mad at the cop for that. But anyway, though, but he's different. He didn't get shot. He's still living, but he probably going to pay for it at the end. But this man right here, is another one, that's falling to society of the internet. Everything that they show on the internet, they think it's cool. And it's sad that you got these young 12, 13, 14, and 15-year-olds see shit on this social media and think, hey, this shit is cool. You got a lot of them smoking cigarettes, say that young age smoking weed and all this shit. And you got some that just totally disrespectful to their parents. Anytime I hear a young man or a young woman, instead of calling them mom and dad, you call them by their first name. For some reason, I just find this so disrespectful. And the parents let them get away with it. Your daddy named John. Hey, John, can I have some money? Oh, my name is John. I'm not dad. Hey, mom. Mom name is Lisa. Hey, Lisa, can I get some money? Can I have this? Can I have that? Damn. You get away with calling your mom by their name. You ain't got to call them mom. You ain't got to call them dad. Where's the level of respect here? And you know what? John and Lisa reach into their pocket and give them money. I'm like, damn. Okay, how can you get away with that and I can't? I call my mom by her name, slap. Grandma Rosalie, rest in peace. Call Grandma Rosalie. Hey, Rosie, gotta get some money. Slap. I mean, damn. But you got these young kids, they sit up there and call their mom and dad by their actual name and still get what they asking for. I don't understand that. I don't get it, but these parents let them get away with it. And a lot of times we let them get away with that kind of level of disrespect, they may turn out and end up like this, So again, at the end of the day, this man's story is bullshit. Something more was going on between these two, and he aimed to hurt this girl, and he got what he wanted, because again, the gun has not been recovered. You ran when it happened. Your mom had to tell you to turn yourself in, and you waited 6 hours. Excuse me. You waited 6 hours before you called and reported this story. All that together shows your straight up guilt, man, and this story was bullshit. So, dude, you did the crime. Now you got to do the time, bro. So anyway, as always, if anybody can find any family members' name or anything out there, hey, tell them check out the video. I would love to bring any one of them on the show and have them come in and speak more about this, I'll go through here and see if I can find their names or whatnot. And Fire Goddess, if you can find any of them, Fire Goddess, please hit them up, direct them to this video, and hopefully they want to come on the show and let's talk to them. But other than that, though, I'm gonna get on out of here. And for the people who watch it later on, you tell me what you think. Is this story a straight up accident? Because some of y'all may think it is an accident. You know, is this story straight up accident or is it straight up bullshit? You decide. On that note, it's your man Chris Lawrence. I'll catch y'all next time. Peace. What up, Joanna? How you doing, dear?